Hello, this is Caleb Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I want to go over why it still makes more sense to buy as opposed to rent in today's housing market. So, a lot of you may have heard that it's a seller's market, and that's definitely the case here in the Medina, Brunswick, Strongsville area as well. But I wanted to go over an example of a property to kind of show you why it makes more sense financially to buy and to do everything that you can, especially if you are saving up for your first house and how that can build you wealth over the long run. So today's example property is going to be 4148 Regal Avenue in Brunswick. They're asking $230,000 for this property, and it's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2 full bathroom, split level home that has 1,660 square feet above grade and is located on just over a quarter of an acre. This property, so what does $230,000 get you in Brunswick? It gets you a moderately updated home, definitely move-in ready. You might want to update the paint colors or something, but for the most part, the floors look like they're in good shape, the cabinets look like they're in good shape, and then, you get your own little piece of privacy for your yard as well. So I picked this property specifically because I don't think that the $230,000 jump is going to be too drastic compared to what you are currently paying, hopefully. So what does a property like this rent for? So basically, if you were looking just to rent a property like this, what would you have to pay for it? Well, Zillow says that the rental value for this property is just under $1,900 a month. And before you think that that is going to be too high, if you actually go to rentometer.com, which basically it will accumulate all of the rental properties for 12 months within the Brunswick neighborhood, basically. So they have a search radius at 10 miles for 3 bedrooms and then plus or minus 10% of the square footage above grade. So basically it's saying 1494 to 1826 square feet, and that's just using that 1660 plus or minus 10%. But the average rent for a 3-bedroom property in this area is going to be just over $2,000 a month. Now, if you're in the lower 25th percentile because it hasn't been updated in a very long time, maybe you're pushing closer to 1750. And if you're in the upper 75th percentile, you're pushing closer to $2,400 a month in rent. So if it's going to cost you $1,900 to $2,000 in rent each month, what would it cost you to actually own that property? Well, using Realtor.com's mortgage calculator, I just typed in, let's see what using a 30-year fixed rate FHA loan is going to cost you. Today's average interest rates for FHA loans are at just under 3.75%. Not bad when you consider inflation's at 7.5 now. And basically it calculates everything for you from your principal, interest, tax, insurance, and then your mortgage insurance, your PMI or MIP in this case. And that brings your grand total for your monthly payment to $1,555 a month. So when you're comparing owning a property for $1,555 a month, comparing it to renting it for $1,900 to almost $2,100 a month, you're saving anywhere from $350 to $500 per month just on your rent versus mortgage payment alone. Of course, that's not including that you have your down payment and your closing costs here, but the reason why that still might make sense for you in the long run is because over time, homes do increase in value. And even though we are firmly in a seller's market right now, you could see that the average home price in Brunswick actually increased almost 11% last year, which equates to $22,583. For 3-bedroom properties in Brunswick, yeah, it's about the same, $23,000 or about 11.7% increase year over year. And if you're like, okay, well, that's not the norm, you could see that over time, home prices always go up. And the sooner that you can buy property, the more equity you can capture when you go to sell it. So that's why I think it still makes sense to buy as opposed to rent in today's market.